Good morning, y'all. Jacques from home. Sorry for posting a while. Really don't like doing this kind of stuff, but I'm doing it because all our issues that we have right now are because of billionaires, and those billionaires are so bored, they're all on the Epstein list, or at least a majority of them, as far as I can tell. So, till all that gets worked out, we'll continue to struggle. In the meantime, we'll continue going on with this website. This part right here is going to be the tax collector. It just kind of gives you an idea of how a progressive tax system works that we have now versus regressive, which is like a flat tax. Before I get into all this, we're gonna do $75,000 with today's taxes, but I want to come down to the bottom part right here. So somebody who makes $75,000 this year is gonna probably pay around 10.2% in effective tax rate for federal. That's just federal, not including your state, and it's estimated. But Elon Musk is going to pay 3.27%. Michael Bloomberg is going to pay 1.3%. Jeff Bezos is going to pay 0.9%. Warren Buffett is going to pay 0.1%. That's state and federal. That's their effective tax rate. So Warren Buffett gets to keep 99.89% of his income. Elon Musk gets to keep 96.73% of his income. And somebody who makes $75,000 a year is going to get to keep 89.8% of his income. So what I want to do, if it was up to me, switch these, let these people pay 10%, and then we pay 0.1 to 3%, not 0.3, but to 3%. So just FYI, so most billionaires pay less than your state tax. That said, this is what this site is meant to do, is to teach people, right? The myth of earning more will cost you more on everything. That's not totally true. That's only for the very, very, very high income tax brackets, and I'm going to show you below how that works. Marginal versus effective tax rate. Back in the 40s and stuff like that, the marginal tax rate, let's see if it'll come up. See, that's the highest. I don't really show it right here, but the highest was 94%. You know, back in after World War II, they're trying to pay down the debt and all that good stuff. We'll go to today. The average pay 60,000. We're gonna do 75. That's the video. And the top tax bracket now is 37. That's marginal. Your effective is what you actually pay, and I'm gonna show you how that works. So, for this year coming up, $75,000, your effective tax rate is estimated to be around 10.2%. You fall in the 22% tax bracket. Your federal tax dollars would be $7,670, and your take-home pay is this, just federal. Keep saying that. So this is kind of like a quick breakdown. So when you get your income of $75,000, so say this year, according to the IRS documents, and see, do I have a link for this? So these are some things I need to do. I want to put more links in here to where I get this from. But you get a standard deduction, so you're going to take off $16,100 from this, and then this is your actual taxable income that gets taxed. And what you do is, how a progressive tax system works is, you only pay a certain amount in each little bracket. So if you're in the 10% one, $0 to $12,000, you're going to pay tax 10% on this amount. So $12,399 up to zero. That's a total of $1,240. When you get to the next one, it's not the whole $12,400. That's already taxed here. Every dollar above here. So from $1 here all the way up to here, it would be $4,560. Then after that, it's every dollar from this range to this range, which I probably should put ranges here or something. You know, give me feedback if you want some more. And then this is the taxes you pay in this range. When you add it all together, you get this amount, and that's what you owe in taxes for federal. That's how a progressive tax system works. Now, most people are like, why not just do a flat tax? That's what it's called, a regressive tax plan. Reason being is, if you put this on, your effective tax rate would be 20%. You are doubling your federal income tax. So instead of owing $7,000, you're going to owe $15,000, and the difference is about $7,330. You know, so what would you take home? So instead of taking home $67,330, you could take home $60,000 even. And this is kind of like what you can buy compared to it. You know, you buy 2,000 less gallons of gas per year. Median home, I gotta kind of break this down. I guess like for mortgage and stuff like that. Let me break this down a little bit more, but let's just say if you're paying rent, you could afford 39 months of rent, median, versus 35. Loaves of bread, you could have 19,000, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Buying a car, buy 1.4 cars, and then you can buy 1.2. So it's like, regressive works if like you're in a very, very, very high tax bracket. Let's put like 500,000. See, now we're saving money, but it's like 10% of the population. Most people think half the population makes, or the median income is 55,000. I mean, sorry, 35,000. It's the like median income across the United States, and you would lose money. So I am highly against the flat tax. It just, yeah, it might be simpler and stuff, but it's just not good for us. So let's go back to 75,000. Keep it going, and then you can do, this is median income throughout the years, like you did Reagan. Median income was $27,000 a year. That's median and not including inflation. You gotta go to the BLS.gov to get the inflation numbers, how much that's worth today. But that's what your taxes would be back then versus today. This is the median. Shouldn't probably keep up median at this point, but whatever. And then this would be your today. So let's go back down. This is how it breaks down. We kind of went over a little earlier. This is what the billionaires pay, and then this has been the history of taxes. I actually just found out because oh my god, I took this out. Sorry about that. This is the time. I'll come back to this. But Lincoln actually put in the first income tax during the Civil War. He raised like $6 million or something like that in the first year, and then it got voted out right here. This text, I need to update that later today. But this text is saying that from this year, which, oh my god, I can't even see this. I got some work to do. 1872 all the way up to 1913, it was considered unconstitutional to have an income tax. But I guess back in 1913, it's Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution. There, the first page, it has taxes in there. I guess why this came back, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't know about this gap right here in this, so I found out doing this. Then, we put taxes in. We brought it up to 77% to pay for World War I. It was brought down to 25% in 1925. We hit the Great Depression in 1929. It was brought back up really high to 63. And then after World War II, up to 94%. Then during Eisenhower, I think it was brought down to 90, 92, about 91. And then JFK brought it down to 70. Stayed there until 1980, where Reagan dropped it to 50. Then he dropped it to 28, kind of like we're doing here. And we've kind of been around this range. Went up to 40, I think, during the Clinton years. 39, 40, and then right now it's like at 37. And then at the bottom, you can see here that this is the highest tax bracket. So this is those at this bracket, this bracket right here, 37% today. There's 94 back in the 50s and stuff during Eisenhower and FDR. But if you look at down here, oh man, I need to make this black. So this is saying 20%, and it went down to 0 in 1977, and then Reagan actually raised our taxes to 15%, I think. 11 and then 15. God, I messed this up bad. I didn't realize I was trying to change a different color, and I ended up changing this. I didn't realize it. So sorry about that. We'll fix it later. And then now it's at like 10% again. So actually Reagan raised our taxes to lower taxes for like Bill Gates and all that kind of stuff. And this is only income, not capital gains. That was also lowered in the Reagan years and raised in the Eisenhower and FDR years. But I didn't put that on here, so it's a little bit more confusing. Oh, by the way, you could also do a business one, but instead of breaking down each individual item, just do a write-off. It's literally the same thing, but income tax wise, no capital gains, it's just straight income tax. So you can go back and forth. I made it for both. And then that's basically it. And this is some details here. So this has been going on for 8 minutes. Hope it was informative. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any feedback, you can contact me on here. Message me if you know me personally. And I'm going to update stuff like these little organs and stuff. This all has text and stuff in it. I just messed it up. So hope you enjoy. Later. Oh, and all my tax stuff is like in here. I want to put them. Oh my God, it don't work no more. So I got some little work to do. I thought it was working at one point in time. And I think I have other stuff here too. IRS tax brackets. There we go. Yeah. So I gotta check a little bit more of the sources. This was working, but they must have changed it up recently. It happens. Constant work on it. So there you go.